Good afternoon. Yeah, Dave Long back again. Welcome back to the factory. Um, yeah, I was just saying that we're going to be doing an old pattern that I invented. Oh, this was about 7 years ago, and I call it "Look at Me." It's a pattern that has been very successful in the saltwater environments, and I find that the likes of the bottom dwellers like Flathead and so forth like this one a lot. Okay, so anyway, it's part of the Jurassic patterns that I have developed, and what I mean by Jurassic, it's got the distinctive pattern on the back and the shoulders, which I like to think that it looks like shadowing from waves and so forth, and ripples in the water and the surface down on the bait that you may see in some animation and so forth on fish and other creatures under the water. And anyway, it's my concept of camouflage, and anyway, I just know that Flathead love it. But anyway, what we're going to do this pattern on this lure. I'll just put this over to the side, and I'll just put this light on so you can see it a bit better. There we go. Now this is an unusual lure. You probably haven't seen this blank a lot, but you know what? I looked at this the first time I looked at this, I found this to be the most ugliest lure I've ever seen, and it probably is. But the style on this lure is fantastic. It's a floating lure, slow floating, and it only dives to about 3 feet, and which is good for over sandbars and so forth. And shallow water, but it has a nice action, and if you have a look at my Facebook site or page, you'll see this on the cover photo in a flathead's mouth, and it's not a stranger to flathead. Okay, alright, so we'll get into it. I've done the undercoat already, and what I'm using today is 0.5 mil high water resolution, which is my go-to gun, which I'll use this right through to the end of this pattern. Okay, so we've done the undercoat. Now the colours I'm going to use, excuse me, they're going to be using this iridescent fuchsia, which is like a pinky purple colour, beautiful colour, and it brings up a bit of sparkle in the bait. We're going to be using pearl plum, which is another blingy colour. Purple being a good colour for triggering fish. Okay, we'll use the opaque purple in the darker areas, and then I'm going to seal the whole lot so I can put on my stencil, and that will protect it from getting scratched. Okay, so I use that again, UVLS. I use that again to seal and protect the colours underneath the stencil. Okay, and then on top for the stencil, we're going to be using a mix between burnt sienna, okay, and gold, pearlized gold, satin gold I use most of the time, but anyway, we'll give that a go, and that should bring it up very nice on the top. Okay, so the first thing we do is the iridescent fuchsia. Got a bit of a tickle in the throat. Then we'll go to the colours, and we'll mix some colours here. This is a fairly loose paint, so we won't have to break it down too much with the where are we? The reducer. All right, we use that a lot, the reducer. So I'll just put in, it's only one lure, we'll put in 3 drops. That's all we need. Let's put that over there, out of the way, and I'll put in, see that's fairly thick there, but it's not too bad. I've seen worse. And we'll just break it down with 3 drops of reducer. I'll leave that over there too, and we'll mix that up. There we go. That's all it needs. That's still a bit thick, so I might even reduce that just a little bit more. I'll just put an extra drop or 2 in there. Oh, there we go. 1, 2, there we go. That's better. Doesn't take a lot. Just got to remember that when you're using paint on your own lures, you don't need a lot. Okay, we'll get my airbrush. Now you'll probably find with this colour and this paint, this one in particular, being an iridescent, you will have to put on 2 coats, and I'll show you why. Okay, let's see if it comes up. That's looking good. I'll just move those out of the way. There we go. Now we're going to put this on the belly. So that belly means any section from the lateral line down the side there down underneath. Right. Here we go. Now what you're finding here with this iridescent paint, it blotches. See how it blotches? Okay, so that's okay. So we'll just heat that up and dry it. So there you have the first coat, and it doesn't look too good, but that's normal with this iridescent paint. It just doesn't adhere as well the first coat. So the second coat will bring that all up to a nice finish. Okay. I might just thin that out a bit more because it is a little bit thick. Okay, we can always mix some more if we need it. Okay, so here we go, second coat. That's a lot better. We'll just dry that off. Yeah, so it's still not there. There's still some spots there, as you can see that line there. So we're going to do another coat on that. I'll just get some more paints. Just to give it another coat, and that should be fine then. Yeah, this is a great little lure. Not many people know about this lure, this style of blank anyway. I haven't really marketed it that strong, but I think it's one of the best lures. Okay, so we'll just give it another hit. Oh, that's better. Look at that. Yeah, real blingy now. Oh yeah, that looks good. I'll just dry that off. Yeah. Good. Just give it another little touch up front there. Yeah, that's it. And of course, if with any colour, if you put on too many coats, it'll get darker and darker and so forth. Anyway, we'll just that. Okay, that's good, that's all we need. I'll just clean that out. I'm not a real professional, but I always like to keep things a little bit clean. I think I'll be doing this with all the colours. Alright, so that's the first colour. It's a fuchsia, iridescent fuchsia. Okay, so the next one, we'll be looking at a peach plum, and that's going to be on the back and the shoulders. Okay, so there it is there. We'll give that a little shake. These haven't been used for a little while, so I'll just shake them up a little bit. Okay. Now this being a darker colour, you won't need a lot, but it's the same story. Is a little bit thick, not too bad. We'll just thin it down a bit. That's enough. Probably too much. That's it. Now this is a pearl, So you're going to have flakes of flecks through the paint, and that gives it the bling, as you can see there, showing up a little bit. Alright, so I've still got the same gun. Okay, now we'll do the back and just bleed it into the side of that, the shoulders of that lure, and just blend it in with the fuchsia. Okay, here we go. It's bleeding into the top. Very nice. Oh yes. I'll give that a dry. I don't want to go on too thick. It's alright. Let's give it a bit more. Just a little bit more. That's perfect. That's all you need. So now you can see how that plum is just bled into that fuchsia, and it's just meeting up now with on that lateral line. Just give that a wipe out. Clean out, bit of a blowout, just to keep it clean enough for the other colours. I'll give that a dry, I'll give that a wipe first. That's it. Use it again, I suppose. I'll give that a dry with the other one. There we are. Yeah, that's coming up real nice. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is an opaque purple, which is a darker purple, and we're just going to put that over the back here, and I might even put a little bit on the eyes, so when we put the eyes in, it'll enhance the eyes and bring them out a bit more realistic. Okay, give this a shake. I really enjoy fishing these lures because they've got a nice action. And it's fun. I've seen fish chase these lures right up to the lure, and I've stopped the lure and the fish has actually stopped directly behind it, and just one little flick and bang, they take it. I can't, it's just a visual thing, and it's really turns me on. Okay, so we'll just do a bit of this. Oh, this is a bit clogged up. Hasn't been used for a while. Okay, let's see if it comes out alright. Don't need a lot. I just put in 3 drops. This is thicker. It looks like a thicker paint, so we'll have to reduce that. That's it. Give that a mix. So you do a lot of mixing in this game, but it's worthwhile because if you don't get it right in the gun, she won't come out too good. Okay, here we go. Here it goes. This won't take a lot because it's going on top of the purple already. There we go, that's all we need. Okay, so we're going to go over on the back, on the shoulders a little bit, and I'll do the eyes too. Okay, here we go. You can see that darken up. So now, I'm just drawing that off. Now, I can't remember ever using this in fresh water, but I think it would be alright too at this colour contrast, especially the purple, if you're after creatures like cod or, you know, bass. I think it would be alright. I've never used it though, but if you get your hands on one of these or make one, give it a go and let me know. I think that'll do. Now that's got a nice rich pigment to it now. There we go. I'll clean out here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to seal these colours, because when I put the stencil on, I don't want to scratch the paintwork that I've just done. So this actually protects your paintwork. Let's clean that out, we don't need that for a while. I'll mix up some of this UVLS. It. You don't need a lot of this. Should do. Come on, put this back up. We'll just reduce that, because this UVLS, it will clog up your gun. Mixer. We might need a little bit more than this, but I'll just see how this goes. There we go. That's not too bad. Okay, so we'll seal this now. Well, what it is, it's just giving it a coat all over the paintwork. And you put this on pretty liberally, not liberally, pretty thick. Now, even that brings out the colours in the lure, doesn't it? It just pops them out. Good. Let's clean that out. It does gum up your gun. That's it. Okay. clean out this. Yeah, this was one of my first patterns. I do enjoy doing these because you can do a lot at one time. We'll just dry that off a bit. I'll just let that dry for a little bit. Now I'm going to show you my stencil, which is the next stage, and what it is. Now this is just like a fabric that I acquired from eBay. I brought a lot of it, so I won't need to get any more for a long time, but it tends to come in sheets of, well, I think it's off memory, it's about say a metre by 2 or 3 metres, and I think they use it in forestry, but it's a great material. I use it exclusively for the Jurassic patterns I have, and I've got a few of them, which I'll go through and show you at a later date. But I find that it was the closest thing I could come to reflections coming through the water and on the subject itself, like the lure, and it does pay off. I've had all sorts of patterns, not this particular one, but other ones in the Jurassic pattern that have pulled up some fancy fish, freshwater and saltwater, and yeah, I'll stick to it because I just think it looks good and it serves a purpose. Okay, so that's what we'll be using, and I'll show you how to attach that to this actual lure. Okay, so that's actually not quite dry yet. We'll just check that. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'll just give it another minute or so. Now, what else was I was going to talk to you about? Something else. What we're going to do after this is we're going to put on a little bit of black around the eyes after we put the mask on. So once we get that done, we'll get the black eyes, and that will enhance the eyes when we put them on. Now I've got to mix up these colours, and my secret ratio, I'll do right in front of you here. We've got the colour. Now what it is, with the golds, we've got 3 gold and 1 burnt sienna. Okay, so depending on how much paint you mix, it's 3 to 1. Okay, so 3 gold, we'll put them in first, and we won't need a lot. 1, 2, 3. Just to be on the safe side, I'll do 6 drops. Okay, 6 drops of gold, and that is thick. That is real thick. And then we got 1 drop of burnt sienna to every 3 drops. So we'll need 2 drops of the burnt sienna. I might mix that up a bit more. I haven't used this one for quite a while. that's it. But 2 drops. This is a beautiful natural colour too, burnt sienna. I love this on my freshwater boats especially. It's a good one to bring out the orange and the richness in nature. Okay, so anyway, we'll mix this now. And you can see that that has come up really rich with that burnt sienna into the gold, and it's made it real natural worn look, but it's still got that blingy effect with the gold. That's beautiful. Okay, so we mix that. I'll just leave that to one side over there, and we'll get this stencil ready. This should be dry now, so I think it's pretty dry. Yep, that's looking really good. You can see how that UVLS has actually put a coating on the whole lure now, and that won't hurt it. It won't inhibit anything. In fact, it'll do it good. It'll protect those colours. Fingers crossed. Okay, so how we do this is real easy. I'll have to get this off. I'll get a couple of, I might need 2 or 3 clamps. Maybe 2. I'll just use these clamps. They're just bulldog clamps. They're okay. Now, I'll line this up. You can see where the gold is already. I like to put a bit of a blaze over the head. That's my little trademark there. Now if the lure's long enough, you'd have it down here, so you'll have 2 blazes on the back. But I'll just put that, tuck that in there, that's it. Now the key to this is to have it tight, and otherwise the paint will get underneath the stencil and blur it a bit, which does happen. Well, you know, it does happen, but we'll try not to do that today. Okay, so we've got, that's it. That's all we've got to do. I might even put one, a little one, just up the front there on the bib. Just to hold that down tight. There we go. That's all we need. That's all we need. There we go, that's it. Alright, so we'll put this paint in the gun. There it is, it's looking nice and rich. You can't put this into the helping hands as it is, so you just have to do it separately. And what I do, I actually paint from an angle on this. Just gives it a better look, and in fact a better effect on some other lures that I do is to just go one angle and not both. So I'll talk to you more about that on the particular patterns. Anyway, here we go. give that a dry. Doesn't need a lot. That's it. Alright, so we'll just take that off. There we go, put that aside. And voila, let's have a look at this little baby. There we go, that's it. And that's come up pretty good. That's the look at me pattern, the Jurassic, and yeah, it's a real hit. Okay, so we don't need that anymore. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we'll just have a little clean up, just a little clean up. Keep the inner me happy. Okay. And get the gun will be full of gold. Keep that clean out. It's a really, it's a balmy day today, a warm day, but it's not overly hot or humid. Even though we've had rain recently, we've had a lot of rain actually, and it seems pretty good. I think winter's coming. Okay, so what's next? We're going to put a little bit of black a little bit of black on the eyes, just a little bit. Should pop them out a little bit and give it a little bit of a better look. Alright, so we'll just get some black out. Okay, where's the black? Oh, this should do. Yeah, for some reason I don't know exactly what it is, but the black seems to make the eyes pop out a bit. There we go, that'll do. Colour, I don't need that, I need the black. There we go, black. Won't need a lot for this. 2 drops, that's all we need. A bit of reducer. That's it. Not much. Mix that up. Okay. And we'll just pop that in there. That's all we need. Just a little bit of black. Now I'm going to put this back on the helping hands. There we go. Now I'll just give that a little hit. Won't need much. That's it. That's all we need. Lovely. Clean that in. black is the hardest colour to clean out with the guns. I'll just give that a dry. There we go. Okay. Alright, so that back. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get some eyes. Now there are 4 or 5 eye, number 4 or 5. So we'll have a look to see what we've got there. Now I can use any variety of colours here, anything I like really. Red, gold or blue eyes, doesn't matter. What did I use beforehand? That was a gold eye and the other one. So let's have a look. Number 4s, looks like a number 4, 5. Go into the little box here. There the 5s, might be a bit big. I might go 4. Excuse me. Coughing a bit. Let's have a look. Now I can use any particular colour. The blue looks alright, doesn't it? Don't mind blue. Let's have a look at blue. Oh, that's a 4. Oh, look. I like these. I do like these. That'll look really nice, won't it? Nice. Yeah, we'll use that. Okay. We'll get fancy today. Okay, so it's the same story. I put glue on first, glue the eyes on, and that makes sure that when I put the epoxy on later on, the eye doesn't brush off and disconnect from the lure and end up down the tail or something like that, you know. Just a little bit of glue. That's a super glue. And what did I do with the knife? Got a knife here somewhere. Put that one up there. Yeah. And these are cat's eyes, so they'll look good. You can get these online. I actually picked these up on eBay, I think. Yeah, so you just have a look around and you get in different sizes. I've used a few of these, they're not bad. I've never seen a fish with cat's eyes before. But anyway. They look good. Okay, there we go, and I'll just take this off. Now what we'll do now is I'll just clean this up, and later on I'll put a coat of epoxy on it, and we'll just see how those colours pop out. So I'll just get this off. There we go. I hope you can all see me do this. I try not to touch the paintwork, but sometimes you do. I'm only human. There we go. Let's get that protection off there. just hope this bib's okay. I have a feeling that I might have got some paint on it. Yeah, I might have a little bit. That's alright, we'll get rid of that. Okay, so that's it. That's the look at me pattern, and I hope that made it easy for you to do. It's a very effective lure and got the right colours, and it looks good too. And on that lure, yeah, she'll be deadly. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Until next time, from the factory, we'll see you later. Okay, bye.